For decades, people expected heavyweight boxers to fight a certain way. They were supposed to be big, powerful, and stationary. They stood right in the center of the ring, planted their feet, and sluggishly traded heavy blows until someone fell down. Then came a young fighter from Louisville named Cassius Clay. He ignored the traditional heavyweight script. He kept his hands low. He danced around the ring. Instead of blocking punches, he relied on extraordinary reflexes to simply lean away from them. The test of this unconventional style arrived in 1964 against Sonny Liston. Liston was an experienced, powerful champion with a terrifying reputation. Most experts expected the young challenger to be knocked out. This top-down schematic of a boxing ring illustrates exactly how the young fighter dismantled the champion. He refused to fight head-on. By maintaining constant circular movement on the outside edge, he managed the distance and forced the rigid champion to swing at empty air. He made Liston miss, frustrated him, and claimed the heavyweight title. The new champion, who soon took the name Muhammad Ali, appeared untouchable. But that style relied on an asset with a strict expiration date: youth and sheer physical speed. In 1967, Ali was drafted into the United States military. Citing his religious and personal beliefs, he refused induction into the Vietnam War. The consequences were severe. He was convicted in court, his boxing license was suspended, and he was stripped of his world championship. For over 3 years, he was banned from the sport. When Ali finally returned to the ring in 1970, his body had changed. He was older, he was heavier, and the fraction of a second reflexes that used to let him slip past danger had slowed down. The toll of those lost years became visible when he faced Joe Frazier in 1971. Frazier was a relentless pressure fighter who constantly attacked the body. For 15 grueling rounds, Ali couldn't outrun the punishment, and he suffered his first professional defeat. The world saw that Muhammad Ali could be caught. It created a massive crisis for the rest of his career. He had to figure out how to win a fight when he could no longer get out of the way. The resolution to that crisis arrived in 1974 during a massive event in Zaire known as the Rumble in the Jungle. For the aging former champion, it was a seemingly impossible challenge. Waiting for him in the ring was George Foreman. Foreman was younger, physically massive, and struck with terrifying power. He had just easily destroyed Joe Frazier and looked unstoppable. This data comparison chart illustrates the tactical dilemma Ali faced. If he tried to use his 1964 strategy, dancing to avoid Foreman's high power output, the stamina curve shows the older fighter would exhaust himself and inevitably get cornered. To survive George Foreman, Ali made the decision to abandon the evasion tactics that made him famous. When the bell rang, Ali did the opposite of running. He deliberately backed himself directly against the ropes and invited Foreman to attack him. He called it the rope-a-dope. As this biomechanical schematic shows, the strategy was rooted in physics. By leaning back into the edge of the ring, Ali allowed the elasticity of the ropes to stretch outward, absorbing and dissipating the kinetic energy of Foreman's punches. This posture created an efficient energy exchange. Ali conserved his own stamina, while forcing the younger champion to throw dozens of heavy, blocked power punches, spending massive amounts of energy for very little damage. While Foreman swung, Ali added psychological warfare to the physical defense. He talked to Foreman. He mocked his punching power. He kept the champion angry and swinging until Foreman was gasping for air. By the 8th round, Foreman was completely exhausted. Ali saw the opening, pushed off the ropes, and launched a sharp combination that knocked the younger champion out. Against all odds, Muhammad Ali was the heavyweight champion again, winning by strategically outlasting a younger, stronger opponent. In 1975, Ali met Joe Frazier for a third time in the Thrilla in Manila, a fight where both men were far removed from their physical prime. The reality of this fight was brutal. The heat inside the arena was suffocating. With their speed gone, the match devolved into punishing close-quarters combat where both men absorbed incredible amounts of damage. Ali won this defining fight by enduring a level of suffering that broke his opponent's corner, leading them to stop the fight after 14 rounds. Athletic legends maintain their dominance by adapting. When youth disappears, they substitute experience. When speed decreases, they rely on timing. When raw power fades, strategy takes its place. Ali's career serves as a blueprint for adaptation, highlighting the courage and discipline required to rebuild oneself after physical gifts disappear.